Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, please subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification to stay updated. Today we're looking at a royal engagement that may not have dominated the headlines, but carries a message that reaches far beyond one day's visit. King Charles III recently visited the Cambridge Central Mosque, Europe's first purpose-built eco-friendly mosque, bringing together two causes he has championed for decades: environmental stewardship and respect between faith communities. The visit wasn't simply about touring an impressive building. It reflected the King's enduring vision for a Britain where tradition and innovation, faith and sustainability can coexist. So, let's explore why this quiet royal engagement may become one of the most meaningful moments of the King's reign. When King Charles arrived at the Cambridge Central Mosque, he was greeted by community leaders, volunteers, and worshippers who proudly showcased one of Britain's most remarkable places of worship. While many royal engagements focus on ceremonies or celebrations, this visit highlighted something deeper: the importance of listening and learning. As head of state, the King represents every community across the United Kingdom, and his willingness to engage with people of different faiths reflects a monarchy that seeks to unite rather than divide. It was a reminder that the Crown's strength has often come from its ability to connect with people from every walk of life. The Cambridge Central Mosque is more than a place of worship. It is a symbol of innovation. Often described as Europe's first eco-friendly mosque, it combines stunning Islamic architecture with cutting-edge environmental technology. Solar panels, rainwater harvesting systems, energy-efficient heating, and natural ventilation make it one of the greenest religious buildings in the world. For King Charles, this wasn't simply an architectural marvel. It represented values he has advocated since long before environmental protection became a global priority. Decades ago, many dismissed his warnings about climate change and biodiversity. Today, many of those ideas have become mainstream, making this visit feel like the meeting of two long-standing commitments: faith and environmental responsibility. One of the defining features of King Charles's public life has been his commitment to fostering understanding between different faiths. Throughout his years as Prince of Wales and now as King, he has visited churches, synagogues, temples, gurdwaras and mosques, always emphasizing dialogue over division. His visit to Cambridge Central Mosque continued that tradition. During conversations with community members, the King learned about the mosque's educational programs, charitable work, and outreach initiatives that benefit people regardless of religious background. These discussions reflected the idea that places of worship can also serve as centers of compassion, learning, and community support. In a society that is increasingly diverse, such engagements demonstrate how the monarchy can encourage mutual respect while celebrating the richness of Britain's multicultural identity. Long before sustainability became a global movement, King Charles was speaking about protecting forests, reducing pollution, supporting organic farming, and preserving biodiversity. For decades, some critics considered these interests unusual for a royal. Yet history has largely vindicated his concerns. Visiting an eco-friendly mosque brought together two of his lifelong passions: caring for the environment and supporting communities working toward a better future. Rather than delivering lengthy speeches, the King allowed the building itself to tell a story, one where faith inspires environmental stewardship and where innovation serves both people and the planet. The visit illustrated that meaningful climate action is not only the responsibility of governments but also of local communities willing to lead by example. This engagement also highlighted how King Charles is shaping the modern monarchy. While royal traditions remain deeply important, today's monarchy must also reflect the realities of contemporary Britain. By visiting institutions like the Cambridge Central Mosque, the King demonstrates that the Crown belongs to every citizen, regardless of faith or background. It sends a reassuring message that Britain's diversity is one of its strengths, and that different communities can contribute to the nation's future while respecting its traditions. Rather than seeking attention through grand gestures, the King continues to favor thoughtful visits that encourage conversation, inspire cooperation, and quietly reinforce the monarchy's role as a unifying institution. Some royal engagements make headlines because of spectacle, while others leave a lasting impression because of the values they represent. King Charles's visit to the Cambridge Central Mosque belongs firmly in the second category. It celebrated environmental innovation, honoured Britain's Muslim community, and reinforced the importance of dialogue in an increasingly interconnected world. It also reflected the King's consistent belief that leadership is about listening as much as speaking. As Britain continues to evolve, visits like this show how the monarchy can remain relevant, not by abandoning tradition, but by embracing opportunities to bring people together around shared values of respect, responsibility, and hope for future generations. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode. If you enjoyed this discussion and appreciate thoughtful coverage of King Charles and the royal family, don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and share it with fellow royal enthusiasts. I'd also love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, thank you for watching.